The wind whispered tales of legend through the vast Kievan Rus, tales of heroes forged in fire and battle the bogatyrs. Among them, none shone brighter than Dobrynya Nikitich, a warrior whose name sent shivers down the spines of enemies and ignited pride in the hearts of his people. Second only to the legendary Ilya Muromets in strength, Dobrynya was more than just muscle and brawn. Whispers spoke of his noble lineage, perhaps even a connection to Prince Vladimir himself. This heritage instilled in him a sophistication uncommon among bogatyrs. He was a man of letters, his voice as skilled in song as his hand was in swordplay. But it was on the battlefield and in the halls of diplomacy that Dobrynya truly carved his legend. One bone-chilling tale spoke of a mission that transcended the clash of steel. Prince Vladimir, burdened with the growing threat of the Mongol hordes, tasked Dobrynya with a delicate mission to reason with the mighty Tsar Batur. The journey was fraught with peril, the very air thick with tension. Finally, Dobrynya stood before the imposing figure of Batur, a man whose shadow seemed to swallow the sunlight. Words were exchanged, laced with veiled threats and hidden daggers. But Dobrynya, with his unmatched wit and unwavering resolve, managed to secure a fragile peace. Batur, impressed by the bogatyr's courage and cunning, agreed to pay tribute to Prince Vladimir, averting a bloody war and securing Dobrynya's place as a master diplomat. Yet, destiny held a far more terrifying challenge for Dobrynya. Legends spoke of a creature that haunted the nightmares of men, Zmei Gorynych, a monstrous dragon with scales like molten iron and a breath that could melt stone. An omen echoed through the land, a chilling prophecy that foretold Zmei Gorynich's demise at the hands of a mighty warrior, Dobrynya Nikitich. Fear gnawed at the dragon's heart, and when it learned of the prophecy, it knew it had to act. One sweltering summer day, as the sun beat down mercilessly, Dobrynya decided to cool himself in the crystal-clear waters of a nearby river. Unarmed and unsuspecting, he reveled in the cool embrace of the water. Suddenly, a monstrous roar shattered the peaceful tranquility. Zmei Gorynych, its eyes burning with malevolent fire, descended from the sky. Dobrynya, caught off guard, scrambled for his weapons, but they lay far from the riverbank. Fear threatened to consume him, but the spirit of a bogatyr burned bright within. With a roar that echoed through the valley, Dobrynya charged at the dragon. The ensuing battle defied description. The earth trembled with each earth-shattering blow. Dobrynya, fueled by righteous fury, fought with the strength of 10 men. But Zmei Gorynych was a formidable foe, its razor-sharp claws tearing at Dobrynya's flesh. Just as despair threatened to engulf him, Dobrynya spotted his discarded hat lying on the riverbank. In a desperate gamble, he scooped it up, filling it with sand from the river. With a final, earth-shaking blow, Dobrynya blinded the dragon with the sand, then, seizing his opportunity, grappled with the beast. A bone-wrenching struggle ensued, man and monster locked in a deadly dance. Finally, with a superhuman effort, Dobrynya overpowered the dragon. He stood astride the defeated beast, his own body battered and bruised, his sword gleaming in his hand. Victory was his, but a strange sense of unease settled over him. Looking into the dragon's defeated eyes, Dobrynya saw not just a monster, but a creature driven by fear. In a moment of unexpected mercy, Dobrynya lowered his sword. He offered Zmei Gorynych a chance at redemption, a chance to swear an oath to never again terrorize the lands of Kievan Rus. The dragon, humbled and defeated, readily agreed, slinking away into the shadows, leaving Dobrynya to ponder the true meaning of heroism. However, fate had not finished testing Dobrynya. Zmei Gorynych, it seemed, possessed a heart as black as its scales. Soon after, the dragon returned, its hunger for cruelty undiminished. This time its target was no ordinary soul, but Zabava, the beloved niece of Prince Vladimir himself. The dragon snatched her away in a whirlwind of fire and fury, leaving behind a trail of fear and despair. This act of treachery ignited a fire of righteous fury within Dobrynya. He knew then that mercy had been a mistake. With a steely resolve, he set out on a relentless pursuit. He followed the dragon's trail, his heart a drumbeat of vengeance. Days bled into nights, the landscape blurring into a relentless tapestry of forest and sky. Finally, after a desperate chase, Dobrynya arrived at the dragon's lair, a monstrous cave nestled amidst jagged mountain peaks. The air reeked of sulfur and decay, and the silence was broken only by the dripping of unseen water. Steel in his eyes and vengeance in his heart, Dobrynya charged into the cave. The darkness pressed in on him, the only light flickering from the dragon's fiery breath that illuminated monstrous stalactites hanging from the ceiling like skeletal claws. A deep growl echoed through the cavern, and there it was Zmei Gorynych, its form even more terrifying in its own domain. Zabava, pale and trembling, was clutched in one of the dragon's massive claws. The battle that ensued was a clash of titans. The cavern walls trembled as Dobrynya, fueled by righteous anger, unleashed his full fury. This time there would be no mercy. He fought with the skill and ferocity honed by years of battle, his every blow a testament to his unwavering will. The dragon, surprised by the intensity of Dobrynya's attack, roared in frustration. Sparks flew as their weapons clashed, the air thick with the stench of burnt flesh and dragonfire. Just when it seemed Dobrynya might be overwhelmed, he spotted a hidden weakness, a pulsating red orb nestled between the dragon's multiple heads. With a surge of adrenaline, Dobrynya focused all his strength on a single, desperate blow. His sword, a blur of silver, found its mark, piercing the orb with a deafening screech. The dragon recoiled in agony, its monstrous form convulsing as an otherworldly light erupted from the wound. With a final, earth-shattering roar, Zmei Gorynych collapsed, its lifeless body blocking the cave entrance. Dobrynya, battered and bruised, stood amidst the smoke and dust, his chest heaving. He had slain the beast, but the victory tasted like ash in his mouth. He had learned a harsh lesson sometimes. The only way to ensure peace was through complete annihilation. Cautiously, Dobrynya navigated the debris and freed a trembling Zabava. Emerging from the darkness of the cave, they were greeted by the first rays of dawn, painting the sky with a hopeful orange glow. As they descended the mountain, Dobrynya knew his legend had taken a darker turn. He was still a hero, but a hero forever marked by the weight of a necessary evil. The tale of Dobrynya Nikitich, the dragon slayer, would echo through the ages, a chilling reminder that heroism often resides in the space between mercy and vengeance.